stop making yourself so detestable. And I want to go to lunch, but I like him because he told me that, because the others don't say, they just put me out of the way. And I want to ask him, but why? I'm really curious, why am I detestable? I can see that my way of pushing some things rubs the wrong way. But for me, they're evidences. And he said, why do you make yourself so detestable? I said, but what am I doing to make myself detestable? I don't understand. And I guess it's a way of perhaps much like Jobs or Musk, that you have your vision, this thing's got to be followed. Like a very, very simple example, we have this Haidun we created. I should show you the Haidun I created in Brussels, actually. It's 13,000 square feet, it's 1,300 square meters. It's probably going to go bankrupt at some point. I entered the community, everybody told me we need big, so we found this place. In the end, we bought it. But now everybody's against it, or a lot of people are against it. They put me out. I'm not, although I created this thing from scratch, now I'm out, I don't have any responsibilities, which is fine. I didn't want responsibilities. The thing is, I say, and we had to lend money to finish paying off the transformations. I did find 600,000 people who donated. So we got 600,000, but we still had to borrow from the bank 275,000. So now we have this borrowing. And there's some Armenians who are furious against me that we have to borrow this 275,000. On top of that, I'm personally guaranteeing to the bank this 275,000. Otherwise, the banks would not lend money. They don't want to lend to an NGO or whatever. So I personally guarantee, despite the fact that I guarantee this lending and that this building is ready and operating, I've been cast out of the community as a pariah. But I said, okay, fine, cast me out, but then find somebody else to guarantee that lending. Yeah. And I keep saying, I don't care that we have this borrowing. But what is very important is that the yearly expenses have to be in equilibrium. We have to cover the cost. Yeah. You have electricity, you have cleaning, you have taxes, whatever. Yeah. We have to cover the costs. And for example, this is something that people didn't want to hear. Yeah. So I guess the best way is to go out, let them find out for their own. Yeah. Yeah. I couldn't live. I remember one day I had hired a director, manager, and I couldn't live with the idea of how we're going to pay the bills. How we're going to pay the bill. How we're going to pay the next month's bill, whatever. I wanted to be sure that there is enough money to pay, because you have to pay your debts. I'm very happy that the other day there was a meeting and I happened to be still, they left me a minute role in a secondary association, so I go to the meeting, and then I hear one of them asking, but what happens if we have a bill and we can't pay? And the lawyer, my ex-president lawyer, he answers, but I said afterwards, I'm very glad they're asking the question. What happens if there's a bill we can't pay? For me, I couldn't sleep at night. Maybe they can sleep at night. They say, we'll not pay, I don't care, whatever. The fact is, I was saying, you do whatever you want in that Haidun. I don't care what you do, but make sure that the costs are covered at the end of the year. I don't care. Yeah. So now they're very proud. Every Friday evening, they organize gathering, people come, there's young people, they play ping pong, whatever. They say, look, we have 80, 100 people. We say, fine, I'm so happy, we're very good. How much money does it bring? This is not the objective data. Yeah. Okay, fine. The thing is, at the end of the year, how are you going to... Will all your expenses be paid? Yeah. If you do, fine. Yeah. But I don't know, and it's this, and I kept saying, I don't care what you do, but the expenses have to be paid. I guess this is something that people didn't like to hear.
Tell me, which people have played a significant role in your professional development? Your father?
Yeah, perhaps. not much because he really wasn't present. No, I can't say. Well, I would say more my mother. She has always at a few times I turn to her, and she always had very good advice. Mind you, she was a math teacher, and she has a university degree in I think in mathematics, and she was a physics teacher in high school or at university for a couple of while. So in a way she's a little bit of a brain. She was a math teacher. That's important. Yeah, maybe I should have mentioned that from the beginning. And at times, when there are questions, I would ask her, what is this, or what is your opinion? And then she would give good advice. But you were asking
Professional development.
But what is it? Who is what?